Don't use these words to let the person try and escape its experience. In the relative world, the person feels like it can do. It feels like it can lift its hand, touch its lips, touch its nose, touch its head. And if you don't believe me, try it. Touch your nose. Just follow what I say. Touch your ears. Touch your head. Lisa says, touch your hair. Up and down. And just try it. And you see, it seems like you can do it. So that's really important. And that feeling of like you can do it is an important thing of the human being. That comes in the Lisa body. That's not identification, but that's not an experiencer. That is an experience. It feels like this body can do, and it should feel like that. It should feel empowered. But ultimately, there is nobody there. That sense of empowerment and that feeling of doing isn't belonging to someone, doesn't belong to a separate person. There is life, this boundless experience, this aliveness watching life, this awakeness watching itself as everything through these human forms. And what's got to happen is an energetic movement to that awakeness, and that's going to change and update the human person a lot, but it's not about change. And basically what the person gets more and more like is it just acts. It doesn't act from the intellect, it just acts spontaneously from nowhere. It just speaks, it just does, and it's no one controlling it anymore. It's nobody doing it anymore. But on the human form, you mustn't take the relative as the absolute as a relative practice. So you mustn't try to be nobody. You mustn't try to be non-dual. As on the relative level, the best thing that I can recommend you to do as a human is be honest to what's happening, as well as listening to non-duality, and that you are that consciousness, that awakeness that's watching and knows everything, and that sense of being. But I wouldn't try to adopt this message on a human form, because the human's got to be a human. And the best thing the human can do is be honest with itself. So take some time to sit in the day and just try to be more and more honest with yourself about what you're feeling, about what you're thinking. Normally we live in all these lies and deception about what we think and what we feel. We're kind of living through this removed, and what begins to happen in the human form is that the human becomes more and more relaxed, and it just expresses itself naturally rather than trying to manipulate and get and be something. Okay, now we